Hello all, and welcome to this afternoon's review, which I'm calling the Saison and Fair review, because, get that, Saison and Fair? If you know what I'm referring to, please leave a comment, or leave a like. Oh my god. You know, I've been looking at, been watching some YouTube videos from famous YouTubers. I upload a lot of YouTube videos, but honestly, I don't watch a lot of professional YouTubers until recently. And I realized this is a lot of work doing those YouTube videos, and those guys, they kind of bust their ass, and you gotta really want that, and I kind of don't, so I'm kind of glad I don't. With my cheap camera, my cheap room, and everything, my cheap mic that I think is probably what goes and blows most people. Well, it's actually my graphic card that makes it pop so much, because my mic is all the way over here. There's no way it's catching my P's for popping. It's some crap thing with my crappy 5-year-old computer and like literally a 10-year-old graphics audio card, which was swapped out of my old computer. This computer is reaching the end of its lifespan. Anyways, I'm digressing. What we are reviewing is a Saison. And we're going to be reviewing a bunch of Saisons because, for some reason, the local brewers, local brewers have decided to go and release a whole bunch of Saisons at once. So the first one that we're going to be reviewing is from Kohola Brewery on Maui. They are in the space, they're in Lahaina, in the space that the old Maui brewery was. They took it over and use it now. This is their Lilikoi Saison, which I have as part of a growler fill. And 5.6 ABV. I'm a little bit excited to try it because I've been doing yard work all this morning. I'm a little bit sunburned. Want something that's nice and drinkable. I'm hoping it is. So let's get this open and pour it into our tulip glass. Big muscles, yeah? Passion fruity. Hey, no fighting out there, you guys. Yeah, one of them's turning into... One of my chickens is apparently a rooster, and he is becoming kind of aggressive as puberty sets in. Chicken puberty, whatever that is. And when he starts crowing, I'm probably going to have to go and figure out what to do with him. I'm probably going to release him back into a feral colony, where he'll probably be the largest rooster there. And he'll have a very good life. But back to the beer, which I just poured out. God damn, I'm digressing. Okay, coloration. Let's go and bring the light out, and a little bit too much light there, and you can see it's a nice orange yellow with plentiful soft-looking carbonation and slightly opalescent with a thick, fluffy white head, about a finger's worth. Big Lilikoi smell. Almost feels like I poured out a glass of Lilikoi juice here. Some of that phenolic farmhouse funk, kind of juicy fruit smelling. Plays in well with the Lilikoi. Underneath, some sweet grains, kind of like sweet cereal grains. All in all, lots of big fruit flavors. Some hints of clove. No real hop notes in the nose. Carbonation is very soft on the palate. Taste is somewhat muted for Saison style. It's refreshing at least, and the mouthfeel is correct. In the mids, you sort of taste the Lilikoi. The sweetness. Some bittering hops in the finish. Bit of that farmhouse funk in the front, in the mids. Emphasis on the bit. Some people have labeled this too sweet in other reviews. For me, the sweetness is about right. It's a little bit there in the finish, but there's also interplay with hop bitterness in the finish. Again, not very much of either. You can tell that you're drinking a Saison, though. You know, you got that sort of phenolic Belgian yeastiness. Hops, you know, just a slight touch of hops. That sweetness, but it's all kind of, I want it pumped up a little bit, you know, by about 2 notches here. It's easy drinking, at least. And there's no off flavors, but again, not very exciting, and you know, it's basically your box. It's a Saison with some Lilikoi notes to it, especially in the nose, and kind of underpowered on the palate. Mildly disappointed. That said, it's by no means undrinkable. It's just kind of, I want more. I want some flavor oomph. I want that yeast to kind of slap me around a little bit. It's refreshing, at least. So, as you kind of know, I'm very, especially for local brewers who are always trying, especially brand new ones, you know, going on an endeavor. I applaud them and congratulate them. They've made a drinkable beer. There's nothing that tastes off in it, but it's just not great either. And I haven't tried too many. I've only reviewed one beer so far from them, and I look forward to reviewing others, because I hear that some of their others are kind of outstanding, and I'm hoping that I can review them and give them some great reviews. As for now, this particular Saison earns me kind of a meh review, but again, by all means, patronize this brewer, patronize all local brewers. You know, everyone can't hit everything out of the park, and I always want to encourage people, well, not like anyone actually watches this, but I always want to encourage people to support their local brewers, brewing scene, while still keeping honest. And, you know, taste do vary. Some people might find this the perfect Saison, you know. They find most Belgians a little bit too much. Maybe this year will be your cup of tea. For me, not so much. Lilikoi Saison from Kohola Brewery. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.